Easy Java class. Today we will study about the statements in Java. That means what are the things we need to write a program in Java? What are the statements we need and what are the things including in that statements? About that one we will study. Okay, let's start now. Program is a group of statements. Each statement used by a program is formed with the help of some tokens. It is termed as tokens. That means each individual units represents in Java is as tokens. Okay, and each tokens is a set of characters, not characters. It's a group of characters. Different words we are using in to write that statements. And these words are the group of some characters. Okay, then shall we check what are the character sets allowed in this Java programming? Okay, some character sets are allowed in this Java programming. What are they? Look at on the board. Let's check what are the character sets. First one is letters, second one digits, third one operators, fourth one is delimiters. These are the different types of character sets available in Java. First one, letters. Letters means letters represent A to Z letters. Capital A to capital Z and A to Z small letters A to Z. These characters includes in letter set. Digits represent 0 to 9 digits. Okay. And operators are three different types. Arithmetic, logical and relational. We will detailed study about this one later. But now we will consider this one. Arithmetic means a plus, minus, division, into and percentage. This symbol represents mod operator. And to get a reminder, we are using this operator in Java. Okay. And next one is logical. Logical operators represent or check the condition. This is used to check the conditions. Both are equal or not, like that way. And this one represents and logical operator. This one represents or logical operator. This one represents not. It's not equal to, like that way. Okay, and next one is relational. Relational means to check the relation between the between two statements or two characters or two numbers, like that way. Less than symbol, greater than symbol, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, double equal. Double equal means to check the equality. Okay, these are the different types of operators we are using. And next one is delimiters. What are the different parts? Braces and punctuation marks. Braces means brackets. Curly brackets we are using, open and close brackets and square brackets also we are using. And punctuation marks means a comma, dot operator, semicolon operator, and this one represents question mark represents else, if else, ternary operator, and this colon also in ternary operator we are represent this one as else. Okay, like that way these are the punctuation marks. These are the four sets represents character sets. I think you all understood about these characters in Java. When you type one character into computer through keyboard, it will read as or it will consider that character in a numerical form. That means while we enter the character, but the computer will convert that character into numeric form. How? Okay, there are two types numeric forms. What are they? First one is ASCII code and the second one is Unicode. And in that computer memory will store that character in the form of numeric form. Okay, directly it can store that character. It will convert it into numeric form. Each character, when you enter any character, all the characters will convert it into that numeric form. Then what are the two types of numeric forms? ASCII code and Unicode. Okay, then ASCII code means American Standard Code Information, Intelligent Information. Okay, then that means 256 characters are there. But we are using only 128 numeric 256 numbers, equivalent numbers are there for the characters, but for representing the characters, but we are using 128 numeric forms in Java. Okay, but in the case of Unicode, that I will explain later. On the board I will explain the equivalent numeric form of each characters. And what is mean by Unicode? Unicode means it is represented, characters are will converted into numeric form, and that numeric form is represented in hexadecimal number system. Okay, and in this system we can represent 1,37,000 characters. Oh, it's good. Okay, that much scripts are there. Different languages, different scripts are there. We can represent like up to 1,37,000 characters. Okay, and but we are using ASCII code, equivalent ASCII code value in Java. When we are writing the program, or when we are doing we are solving the problems, we are taking the equivalent ASCII code value of that particular character. Okay, because you have to focus about that ASCII code value. Here we are the encoding is happening. That means our characters will be converted into numeric form. Okay, let's check what are the different types. There are two types of encoding of characters. What are they? First one is ASCII code and second one is Unicode. ASCII code, what is the full form of ASCII code? American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is the full form of ASCII code value. Okay, that means in our system or in Java, for all the characters there are equivalent numeric values. Okay, if you are using this this ASCII code to encode your characters to numericals, these codes are representing these characters. What are they? Okay, first we know we have numbers 0 to 9 digits we have. To represent these 0 to 9 digits, we are using these equivalent numbers 48 to 57. That means 0 represents 48 and 1 represents 49, 2 represents 50, like that way, etc. etc. 9 represents 57. Okay, these are the equivalent ASCII code value of these particular numbers. I think you all understood this one. Okay, then always we are using letters to write, to form a word or to form your name or to form sentences. We are using letters, and to represent this A to Z letters we are using 65 to 90. Okay, these are the equivalent numeric value of these capital letters, and that means B represents 66, C represents 67, like that way. Okay, these are the equivalent ASCII code value of these particular letters. And if it is negative, small letters A, B, like that way, small letters, then it will represent from which numbers? 97 to 122. Okay, here 97 to 122. That means B represents 98. Like that, you have to find it. Any letter you can find it. The equivalent ASCII code values. You should study this one. This is very important because we are using this one. Using these codes, we are solving the problems in Java. Okay, because of that, you should study. This is very important. Okay, and always we are using this blank space. It is available in the keyboard. This is a key, blank space. Okay, space bar is there. And the equivalent code of or equivalent ASCII code value of blank space is 32. Which number represents this one? 32. Sorry, 32 space, blank space. Okay, represents 32. Okay, you have to study. Again, I am saying 0 to 9, 48 to 57, capital A to Z, 65 to 90, and small letter A to Z, 97 to 122, and blank space represents 32. You have to study this one. This is very important, and each character will according to these numeric values. Okay, this is very important, and this is related to Java. And in all computer languages, we are using different types encoding system. Always we are using ASCII code in Java, but in different computer languages we are using this Unicode. This is not familiar with us because this is a hexadecimal system. In this Unicode they are using hexadecimal number system. We know in hexadecimal number system we are representing the numbers 0 to 9 and 16 is the base, and 10 to 15 numbers represent with the letters. That means 10 represents A, 11 represents B. Do you remember hexadecimal number system? Okay, that number system is using to represent these characters in this Unicode. And we have more characters. We can represent more characters using this Unicode. 1,37,000. Okay, different languages, different scripts are there. Okay. Now we are studying about this one only, but you should know about this one also, Unicode encoding system. I think you all understood about these different number of different types of encoding system. Okay. Next, I will explain about escape sequences. What is meant by escape sequence? There are some characters that are used to control the cursor while you are in the program, while you are writing the program. Okay, that type of characters are known as escape sequences. When you are writing a program, in between that sentence, if you are typing a sentence, in between that sentence, we need to go to next line. Then we can use slash n, okay, to get a new line. With the help of this backslash, we will write some characters. That type of characters are known as escape sequence to control the cursor to the next line or next space, like that way. To get a tab space, we are using slash t and all. And if you want to print that double inverted comma, we cannot print. Why? Because already we are using that system in the system dot out or line bracket, we are using this double inverted comma, because we can use that one again. If you want to get it, how can you use? With the help of backslash, we can use it. Okay, like that characters like that characters are known as escape sequence. Let's check what are they. Okay, escape sequences are non-graphic characters. That means it is used to control the cursor. When you are writing a program to control the cursor, we are using this escape sequences. Then what are they? There are different types of escape sequences. It represents some non-graphic characters. That means to get in a horizontal tab, we are using slash t. With the help of this backslash, we can write this escape sequences. Okay, to get a horizontal tab, we are writing slash t. Slash v represents vertical tab, and to get a backslash, we are using double slash. That means first this one we need to write a escape sequence, and to get a backslash, we have to write like this. And to get a single quote, slash single quotes. To get a double quote, slash double quote. To get a backspace, slash b. To get a form, slash f. To get a null space, slash 0. To get a carriage return, slash r. To get a new line, slash m. These are the different types of escape sequences. And you all understood. It will explain with the help of an example. Let's consider one example to understand about this escape sequence. Okay, first I will write like this: system.out.println, and within double inverted comma, name colon slash t. What's the use of slash t? To get a space, tab space. Then I will write the value as Anju. Then again I have given one escape sequence here, slash n. What's the use of slash n? To get a new line. Again age colon, then slash t. What's the use of slash t? To get a tab space. 16 is, after that I have closed this double inverted comma, close the bracket, semicolon. What is output? How it will come? That means name colon, like this way you will get it, and after that you will get a tab space. This much space you will get if you are using slash t. To that this outcome will come. Then I used one slash n to get a new line. See, next from here to last, next it will go to next line. The matter will go to next line. The age will be printed into the next line if you are using slash n. This is the advantage of slash n. Okay, and after age and colon I gave one slash t. Then you will get one more space like this way. Okay, then it will be printed like this. This is the first example. I think you all understood about slash t and slash n. That are the escape sequences. Don't forget, you should use backslashes. Okay, when you want to give that an escape sequence. Next example, if you want to print a double inverted comma, how can you do this one? Usually we are using system.out.println double inverted comma to print the matter. Without backslash, it will not print it. This double inverted comma will not print it, because this is used to print the matter. Okay, and if you want to the key set comma, after that I want to give that in double inverted comma to be printed. Then how can I give? With the help of backslash. This is called the escape sequence. And after this, the kingdom is mine. After this also I need to print this double inverted comma. Then I have to give it like this, backslash double inverted comma. After that, to them. After close this one with this double inverted comma. This will not be printed. To close this one, semicolon. This is the ending of the statement. Then how the outcome will come? Okay, shall we check? Output. It will come like this. The key set, it won't come, because this is used to take the print out. Okay, the king said, comma, see, this will come. Why? This double inverted comma will come. Why? This here I used one escape sequence with the help of backslash. The kingdom is mine. This also will come because here also I used to them. That means after this inverted comma will not come. Okay, because this is used to get the output or to get the printing statement. We are using this one. If you are using backslash, definitely that will come. That statement, that character will come. Okay, these are the uses of escape sequence. I think you have understood. Try to study all the exams. They will ask, they will give one related escapes. They will give like this question, example, and they will ask write the output. That time have to answer this question. For the competitive exam or for the interviews also they will ask if you want to study this Java, you should know about these escape sequences. Okay, I can share my channel, and if you want to get my previous videos, please subscribe my channel, and if you want to get my next video, please enable your bell button, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. We will meet in the next video. Bye bye.